Another key element of the returned astronaut's life is to impart their considerable experience in order to help train the next rookie astronauts. Matthias Maurer, ESA's newest astronaut, has been training with astronauts Tim Peake and Luca Parmitano, both of whom boast extensive EVA experience.
It's actually a lot of fun because I can relate what I'm doing on the ground to what I did in orbit. And it gives me perspective to how it's going to be while I train. And as a matter of fact, our feedback to the instructors is very well received because we can improve the training that we receive just by getting our experience into the equation.
It's great to be back in Houston training again. I'll be in the neutral buoyancy laboratory very shortly with Matthias Maurer, the German astronaut, so my ESA colleague. Really looking forward to that as well. Trying to sort of impart some of my knowledge from my spacewalk and to share my experience with Matthias. Here in Building 9, of course, it's great to be back, reminiscing about my time on the space station, but also learning about the new developments that are constantly changing on board the space station.
Don't tether to this D-ring on the bottom, that's only for the battery. The other thing too is that you can shove this all the way in here and then on this foot.
I have so many fantastic images and wonderful memories of my 6-month mission to space. If I was to have to choose one highlight, I would probably say the spacewalk was the highlight. Just going out of the hatch and seeing space, seeing Earth, and looking back at the space station from inside a spacesuit, that really was another order of magnitude over and above just the experience of going into space.
You put your toolbox down here, and your toolbox will stay because the water will keep it and the gravity will keep it. In space, you put your toolbox down, you look back, and it's gone, and it's up there, and it's all over the place. So, and all the tools inside your toolbox will all be floating around a lot more. So, the microgravity is really difficult in space.
I was at the NBL earlier this week and just seeing the suit-up operations and seeing the suited guys going down for their spacewalk training. It really brings into perspective what the realities of a spacewalk are versus the NBL. And you know, there aren't that many. The NBL really is a fantastic place to train for a spacewalk. It's the best place that we can train on Earth.
Crew hook side?
Yes, and actually this is a good opportunity whenever you're heading out the airlock.
All European astronauts get training on how to operate in a spacesuit, in the American spacesuit. And so we need to learn how the spacesuit works, how it functions, and also how difficult it is to work inside such a suit. It's very limiting, and like a work that takes us 5 minutes here on the ground, in space it takes me half an hour. And afterwards my entire body aches, and it's hard work outside on the station.
And try to do hand over hand. And Matthias, you don't have to ingress the APFR. We could have drivers.
I pause for a second to figure out which... I hope that I get the chance to do a spacewalk, because all my colleagues told me a spacewalk, it's like the best experience of your space flight. Leaving the station, seeing the station from the outside, and having a very clear picture of the Earth below you, without being limited by a window, just looking through your visor. That is, the perfect image, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm happy that I'm out of the water and that I actually can move my arms again, how my body is designed to move the arms, because the suit constrains a lot of my arm movement.
We thought it'd be a great idea. It kind of serves its purpose, but we found better techniques like safety feather pads.
When you're in there in that position, and you've got your gravity here, you got your gravity and everything. Just even to see the unlock. I couldn't see it.
It's good to just have one wire tie dedicated to a bunny ear. And of course you can pop this down and pop that up. Mine is this direction here. I like the joint to be on top because you'll find in the pool you need this to maintain your rigidity.
This right now is in motor, so in order to do the cal test, you need to either put it in retroclockwise or counterclockwise. There you go. That's a little different. Now you get your LED test, and now you know all your LEDs are working. Don't tether to this D-ring on the bottom. That's only for the battery. The other thing too is that you can shove this all the way in here, and then on this foot, it's not new to you. You know that you're gonna go ahead and stick your boot into the toe loop, put your heel down,
and foot in, and then I lean backwards.
When we were in orbit, we had 3 spacecraft come up. We had Cygnus, we had HTV and ATV. ATV was all the way aft, and you have to cross all of the Russian segment in order to transfer cargo to the other side. And you would really need some coordination with our Russian colleagues, because if they're working doing sport, then you're floating in the middle of all their activities.
So the station does become a very busy place.
Even in shape, there are modules that are in a different position than compared to when I was up there, and the procedures have changed compared to when I was up there. Specifically the emergency procedures, and all of the payloads are different. So all the training has to be done completely from zero.